and channel in Penang. Namely, 1. Tanjung Bunga Telok Bahang Pet Road, which is upon Dr. Lim Chong Yu, 4.6 kilometer expressway and a bypass to be completed by 2019. Third, a personal link 6.5 kilometers of undersea tunnel to be completed. And it's of the engineering and procurement and RCC Internet. Thank you very much. May I invite Mr. Berhad.
There's a clause in the agreement which says the state government will appoint an independent DEIA consultant for the purpose of the DIA, but it's part of the project cost.
It's part of the project cost. So the cost will be borne by the consortium itself.
Within the project cost, which is with the state.
And the company has already been appointed, or are you still want to be?
That one will be for the company to answer. Whether or not the consultant has been appointed,
So
right?
be appointed.
Yeah.
We're not appointed yet because it's just only signed today. So that will be appointed.
So by when you are appointed?
I think when you're going to get a stamp, right? All this legal documentation will be done. They have to do all the initial stamping and initial works. Okay?
Roughly in about a month's time?
Check.
Steve, you mentioned the land swap of 110 acres of land in Tanjung Bunga.
Pinang.
Tanjung Sri Pinang. So this would be reclaimed land, you know. Would it entail the new Gani Drive reclaimed land? Because that is a separate project by itself. It's
It's all part of it. It's all part of it.
No.
The reclaimed land is all part of it. But the only difference the reclaimed land is to give it to the state.
So this land bank is already existing, is it?
No, it has to be reclaimed.
It has to be reclaimed.
That was part of the Tanjung Pinang project approved by the previous government. We extracted a better deal from the state.
But that reclamation is going through its own DEIA.
Yes, definitely.
Two separate.
Yes, there are two separate
So it's contingent on
transactions. Yes, it's contingent.
Sorry, Sam, with the FSDD, let's say people with 100 tunnel, 3 roads. So let's say if the FS, one of it doesn't comply, but the other 3 comply. So
So we are starting with the 3 roads first. That's why the timeline is 2025. We want to do the extra roads first because we think that is more critical. So we want to make sure that we get that compliant. All the separate ones are all costed separately. It's not one lump sum. They're all costed separately.
So that means within 1.5, it's supposed to be done within 1 year and a half. So that means they're all done concurrently.
It's only the feasibility study. It should be done concurrently, it's not a problem.
So that means if the first 3 priority given for the roads,
Yes.
then better is for the
Yes.
So if let's say if all 3 roads are okay, or maybe 2 of them are okay, but one of the other roads will be one.
Then we costed separately.
Excuse me, sorry, no offense. It might be a problem, it might be an argument because the EIM project, the EIM report, because it's still made by the Prime Minister. So people might argue, so we want to. Because the cost was still made by the Prime
It's
Minister.
part of the project cost, but we have a point.
They're still.
So the answer to us is not answer to the company. Yeah, of course, we have a point. So it is a one-off letter is issued by the state government. Then after the payment is just only a contra only, but it's still paid by the state. So I do not know how that can be offensive. because it is still, appointment is done by the state, paid by the state.
So that means if one of the roads, okay, the first road is
Then it's off. So there must be compliance.
compliance. So if it
Then we will not proceed.
so that means if there is no compliance, then you will stop it. You will not carry out. For one road, that means for the other two, if they do fit the compliance, we can go ahead.
So would there be any consultation future or that's it?
No, we are willing to have consultation throughout the whole period. But we have already decided that, you know, when we presented it earlier, we had consultation with our we take in the views, we continue to engage. It doesn't mean that after this we will not engage. We're going to engage. We will be willing to hear any views and inputs. But we feel that this project is necessary because we want to find a solution to the traffic congestion. And we think that we cannot just sit down and do nothing. Bearing in mind that we agree that public transport is important, but public transport is not our authority, it is the federal government's authority. And as long as the federal government refuses to give approvals, there's really nothing we can do. So until and unless we have approval from the federal government, we have to take the second best option. That is within our powers. And that is, of course, building bypass roads. Bypass roads.
You have the 110 acres that will be given. What?
It's reclaimed land.
Yes, it's reclaimed land. Whatever that happens on that 110 acres is actually it's part to is is it under the control of the state, or is that up to what the company wants to do with it? Whose prerogative is it?
No, it's subject to existing rules also. Still subject to the existing council and housing rules. Definitely. They want to take the state and they want to take the land, and after taking the land, they will use it for development. But that is still subject to the state rules.
So it will be big development on that land.
So when we are talking about just now, I mean, asking about this four projects. Let's say if one doesn't, for example, out of four, one doesn't apply. Doesn't mean that if one doesn't apply, the other off. No, only for that one only, because it's separate. It is not bulk or one lump sum together. No, it's separate.
Yeah, the one is freehold.
Yeah, that one, the land.
Freehold, sorry.
We sign under previous government.
Given under previous government is freehold. Juluntung land also is freehold. Juluntung. The IJN. Juluntung.
Since Prince Bay, I think it's given out.
I'm talking about Juluntung.
see on the land, they want
Net.
two of the projects are still
No. Cannot like that. Not fair. Then yes, we equivalent. Okay. Then like that, they all hope that all the projects fail. Then they have to industry. No. Hey, come on, we are not going to sell the seat short. No such thing.
There's some problem on the Baganajan side, right? Because that's federal land. Isn't that one of the I thought that was the area.
Who told you it's federal land?
That was I think one of the contentions back then, right?
Who told you?
Nobody told me, but I thought from one of the
Let's talk about facts.
dialogues.
No, let's talk about facts. According to our investigation, it is not federal land and state land.
So
Otherwise, we cannot proceed.
Can be acquired for the
No, it is state land. It's not acquired. It's state land. It's state land. Yeah. Otherwise, it cannot proceed.
Because I remember, I think one of the dialogues that we had on the mainland the last time, there were issues of
Who told you
outer
that?
ring road area, and we couldn't acquire the land. I kind of recall I could be wrong.
I think you're not exactly correct.
Yes, okay.
Comment about what the Aaron Fricker, father of the car builder, said to the China press.
Come again.
The Aaron Fricker, father of the car builder, he made a statement in the China press today and saying that this coming year's time is not a good timing for the state government to build any road. So
I think we are willing to accept the views that, but it doesn't mean that that we do not proceed because it takes such a long time to finish building the roads. And if you say that this is not a good time to build roads, then what is the alternative? So I think we have already presented, I think at our dialogue we have engaged with the public and we have had the people decide. The people generally support building these roads, I think which are much needed. For example, you know the inner roads from Tanjung Bunga to Bandung Tinggi to Mahang. Another one from Belau, Aitam to Changi Expressway. Another from Gurni Drive to Dr. Changi Expressway. And finally, of course, I think generally the people are supporting.
Check with you. You said the FSDD is a critical component. However, if there are any negative effects that would obviously be highlighted, mitigation factors would be put into place, right? So in any case, this project would still go on. Or but mitigation. Okay. But then sometimes mitigation factors come up for you all to actually comply with in order to make the project feasible or sustainable.
We're talking about compliance with EIA.
Yeah, but very often this EIA is actually that's the major issue.
I know, Samantha, but you talk with friends. So in what respect, just like you mentioned just now, the roads, I think it's federal, I think it's state. That's not factually.
EIA.
So you're taking a hypothesis like what if. So as I said just now, it depends on the EIA studies. So let's wait for EIA studies.
No, it's just that the contention about EIAs being a copy and paste job and all, that's why, I mean, that's one of the issues that people spoke about EIAs, and which is why the state also decided to appoint its own consultant, basically alleviate all these fears, right?
We'll just comply with the EIA requirements. I think standard practice everywhere in the world. We need to get EIA into roads. It's just not in Malaysia, it's also in England, it's also in America. We just need to get EIA. So I say a question of compliance. And we would want to ensure I would just like to round up by saying that it's not new, but it's all talk. The difference now is that we want to see it happen. And frankly speaking, I do not know whether we will succeed or fail. But we want to rely on Penang's people can do spirit and hope that the Penang's people can do spirit keep making work. This is not something coming from the Penang state government. This is something coming from the people of Penang. And we let the people of Penang determine and decide whether it will succeed or fail. Thank you.
CLCC 的信任，让 CLCC 来承担这个项目的 EPC 的这个总承包。CLCC 是世界500强的公司，在这个2013年、2012年到2013的年度这个世界财富500强的这个评选呢，CLCC 排在第100位。在这个美国的工程新闻记录 ENR 的这个工程排名当中，对全球的工程承包商的排名 ，CLCC 排在第1位。也就是说 ，CLCC 是全球最大的工程承包商。 在这个槟城的这个项目当中，在这个水下的隧道施工方面 ，CLCC 拥有全世界最一流的技术。我们在中国，长江的这个跨长江的隧道，还有中国的第一条海底的隧道，CLCC 都是由 CLCC 承担施工的。我们在这方面呢，有着非常丰富的经验和非常强大的能力。相信呢我们一定会和我们的这个合作伙伴一起，把我们这个项目呢完成好，给槟城人民的交出一个非常完美的工程来。谢谢大家。
来，隧道大概670公里，你们所建的隧道。
CLCC 每年完成的隧道的长度都会超过1300公里，每年。隧道仅仅是隧道这个，我们每年这个 CLCC 的每年的营业收入大概是800亿美元。
They just saying that they construct more than 1,300 kilometers of tunnel every year, and it's the largest engineering company in the world, number one in the world. 收入是800亿美金收入 and then their income is $80 billion every year. $80 billion. Any questions to the chairman? Any questions? Ms. Warren Lima? 可能如果记者没有问题，我一个问题，我就问你对我们滨州政府要完成这个两岸三通一个滨州的计划怎么看？
我本人呢是第一次到这个滨州来，看到这个滨州的这个美丽的环境我们感觉到呢，就说是非常的让人感到舒适。这个对于这个滨州，用这个刚才这个林首长用的一个非常形象的一个词，说叫两岸三通一个滨州。我本人呢对他的这种说法非常的这种赞赏和认同。我们这个 CLCC 的话也非常的愿意，为这个滨州实现这个两岸三通做出我们应有的努力。
谢谢，如果没有问题，谢谢 ，Thank you very much。